Hey everyone, and welcome to my new video on YouTube. In this video I'm going to be painting a mermaid on a wall here in beautiful Puerto Rico. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks everyone who has subscribed to my channel. And let's start this new video from Bassman Studio. And it starts with a very small thumbnail sketch. And from that I start drawing on a wall, lightly in pencil, just getting the basic shapes. Basic design that I want. And you can see the drawing is pretty much completed on the wall, and I can start using color right now. And I'm going to start with a beautiful deep blue for the background, and I'm going to start with the background first. And just keeping it really simple. I start with the background just to pull her forward. And I could just go right around her head, and you can see the figure is starting to pull forward from the background. And I'm just using a large house painting brush just to block in as much area as I can. And I continue painting as much area as I can in a broad area. And this is just regular house paint. So I'm just using as much as I can to block in. And now I'm working on the lower part of the water. And it gets darker as it gets lower. So a beautiful purple for the lower part. And you can see it's basically blocked in the background. Not totally, but basically. And now I can start working on her flesh tone, keeping it really simple, just one basic tone. And even her hands, which again, you just want to avoid any detail. And I can start putting in her flesh tones on her face and her neck, working around my drawing. And if you do erase your drawing at this point, it's okay. You can just go back and repaint it later. And now I'm mixing a beautiful green for her tail using yellow and blue. Again, this is just regular house paint. So you see I have a beautiful semi-dark green for her tail. And very simply, I'm just painting in her tail, like very simple. Avoiding any detail. Any detail could come later. Just want to keep it really broad, large. This is a large wall, so I just want to cover as much area as I can. And I can start painting in the shadows as well, just to give it like depth. But just keeping it simple. And you can see I added the shadows on her face. And she starts to pull out of the wall, like it has more of a three-dimensional quality at this point. However, I'm avoiding any detail. Just putting in where the light source is coming from. And you can see it's almost completed, but no detail yet. No eyes or mouth. And that will come later. And now I can start putting in smaller details, such as her eyes, and even parts of her mouth. This is where you could work smaller brush. And you could see like the face is almost completed with the highlights. So now I can work on even smaller details, just like such as fish. And I could start going around the fish and so-called cleaning up all the details. And now the coral on the bottom, I could add the shadows. And I'm working with a really broad brush just to get like basic shadows in. And then later on I could start using a small brush and putting in small details and still painting in the shadows. And I could work on the other side of the coral as well. Just filling in as much area as I can. So you want to work from large to small, basically. And now I'm just adding a few more fish just to give it a bit more depth and harmony. And lastly, filling in any areas that were left undone, such as the bottom of the wall. So you just want to cover as much area as you can. And we have our finished mermaid mural, which I'm very pleased with. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me in this video at Bassman Studio. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, Bassman Studio. And for those who have subscribed, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. And stay tuned for the next video at Bassman Studio, which should be coming up very soon. Have a great new year, everyone. Bye.